Have you ever looked at a perfect house and thought, man, I love it, but I just wish? Well, building a custom home is how you finally get to fill in that blank. But let's be honest, the journey from that dream in your head to a key in your hand can feel, well, impossible. So that's what we're here for. We are going to walk through the entire process step by step and turn that overwhelming dream into something you can actually understand and, achieve. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this whole thing. We've broken it down into 5 big stages. First up, we'll talk about creating the actual blueprint for your dream. Then, maybe the most important part, choosing your guide, your contractor. After that, we get to the fun stuff, watching the house rise from the ground up, peeking behind the walls at all the guts that make it work. And finally, we'll cover that final stretch to getting the keys. Think of this as your roadmap from dream to doorstep. So this is where it all begins. It's not with a bulldozer, not with a hammer, but with a dream. But to make sure that dream doesn't become a nightmare for your wallet, we have to ground it in a really solid plan. These first few steps are, and I'm not kidding, maybe the most important in the entire process, and they happen long before a single shovel ever hits the dirt.
I mean, look at that. This is the why. This is the picture you're going to hold on to through every single decision, every delay, all the dust. It's a home that is 100% yours, but getting from this beautiful vision to an actual physical reality, well, that starts with a plan that has to be just as well built as the house itself.
Okay, here's a huge insight, something a lot of people get backward. The real foundation of your new home isn't concrete, it's financial. Before you do anything else, you have got to lock in your financing. Knowing your budget, inside and out, that's step 1. Step 2 is finding the land, and trust me, a good realtor is worth their weight in gold here. Only then, after you've got the money and the land, do you get to the really fun part, sitting down with a designer to turn that vision into a real blueprint. And now for a little dose of reality. And this is pulled directly from a standard construction contract. See that budget we just talked about? This sentence right here is why you need a contingency fund. It basically says, hey, that price we quoted, the final bill could be higher. This one line causes so much stress, and really, understanding your contract is the only way you can manage it. So a lot of custom homes use something called a cost-plus contract. And you might be asking, why would they do that? Well, because with a truly custom home, it is almost impossible to know every single cost up front. So this type of contract gives you flexibility. But here's the trade-off. The financial risk, it shifts more onto your shoulders. It's not a fixed price. You pay for the actual costs, whatever they are, plus the builder's fee. And that means you have to be the one watching every single invoice to make sure your budget doesn't go completely off the rails. Which brings us to, without a doubt, the single most important relationship you will have during this whole process, the one with your general contractor. This person is your guide, your project manager. They're like the conductor of a very, very complex orchestra of plumbers, electricians, and framers. Getting this choice right is everything. And this is what happens when it goes terribly wrong. This is a real quote from a homeowner on Reddit, and it just shows you the stakes could not be higher. A bad contractor isn't just about a few delays or going over budget. It's about your dream turning into an absolute legal and emotional nightmare. Their story is a huge warning sign for all of us. So, the big question is, how do you actually do it? How do you separate the real pros, the expert guides, from the villains? It all comes down to asking the right questions, doing your homework, and not being afraid to be really, really thorough. Look, finding the right person means you have to have the right conversation. This is you interviewing them, not the other way around. So don't be shy. A good contractor will have answers ready to go. Ask them point blank. Have you ever been sued? Who are your plumbers and electricians? Can I call them? And a big one, how many other jobs are you juggling right now? And of course, the most important question, can I please see your license and insurance certificates right now? This is all about building trust by verifying everything before you sign on that dotted line. And all of this leads to maybe the single most important piece of advice in this entire explainer. Get it in writing. Every promise, every detail. A handshake deal is just not going to cut it. A written contract is your ultimate protection. Like one homeowner said, no matter how nice they seem, do not let your guard down. Remember, this is a business relationship first and foremost, and that piece of paper is what's going to save you if things go south. Okay. You've got your plan, you've chosen your guide, now the really fun part starts. This is where your blueprint starts clawing its way into the real world, starting with the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, the foundation. A basic construction schedule might just have a line item that says, pour the foundation. Simple, right? But the difference between a pretty good home and a truly great, high-performance one is in the details you can't see. Is there a barrier to stop moisture from creeping up from the ground? Is there proper drainage to prevent a wet basement for the next 30 years? It's not just about having a foundation. It's about having one that's actually built to last. And then comes this moment. It's one of the most exciting days of the entire build. The frame goes up. All of a sudden, that floor plan on a piece of paper becomes a three-dimensional space you can actually walk through. You can stand in the kitchen, you can see the view from the living room window. It's a huge psychological boost, a sign that this is really happening. But again, before that drywall goes up and covers everything, there is so much critical work that has to be done right. This is that insider knowledge that makes a difference. Things like proper air sealing between the walls and the floor. That tiny detail will impact your energy bills for decades. Flashing under the windows is absolutely essential to prevent water damage and rot. These are the little things that separate a house that just looks good from one that is truly built to perform. And this idea of hidden quality, it continues as we move behind the walls. Once the frame is up, it's time to install the home's nervous system and its circulatory system, the HVAC, the electrical, and the plumbing. And what happens in this stage is absolutely critical to your comfort, your safety, and your utility bills for as long as you live in that house. Yeah, the Building America program really drives this point home. A modern house is a complex system of systems. It's not just a box with some parts thrown in. It's about how the insulation, the air barrier, the heater, the air conditioner, how they all work together. And getting that building science right is the secret to a home that's actually comfortable, healthy, and cheap to run. So while this schedule just says install HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, a quality checklist asks the really tough questions. Are there plumbing pipes in the outside walls where they could freeze and burst? Are all the HVAC ducts sealed up tight, or are you just going to be paying to heat your attic? Are you using airtight lights, or are they just little holes in your ceiling letting all that expensive warm air escape? These details directly hit your wallet every single month. And if you want a really shocking, real-world example of why paying attention to those hidden details matters, here you go. Can you even imagine that? The leftover junk from the construction site was literally sealed inside the HVAC system of this person's brand new home. It's just a crazy reminder to check the quality of the work you can't easily see, because it can literally affect the air you breathe. All right, we've built the foundation, we've raised the walls, we've installed all those critical systems. We are officially in the home stretch. This is the final phase that stands between all that hard work and the moment you finally get the keys to your new home. Whatever you do, don't rush this part. So there are 3 huge milestones at the finish line. First, there's the official final inspection by the city or county. That's what makes the home legally livable. Second, and this is your starring role, is the final walkthrough. This is your last chance to spot problems before you take ownership. And finally, there's closing. You sign a mountain of papers, and you officially become the owner of your brand new custom home. Now, your final walkthrough should not be a casual stroll. It should be a mission. I'm serious. Bring a checklist, bring a roll of blue painter's tape to mark any issues you find. Check every single surface for scratches or dings. Flip every switch, test every outlet. Run the water in every sink and shower, and then look underneath for leaks. Open and close every single door and window. This is not the time to be polite. This is the time to be thorough. You are making sure you get the finished product you paid for. So there you have it. We've gone through the whole journey. From that first little spark of an idea, through the massive decision of choosing a contractor, we've looked at all those hidden details behind the walls, all the way to that final, satisfying turn of the key. The process is complex, for sure. But as you can see, it's not a mystery. It's just a series of steps and important questions. So the only thing left to ask is, are you ready to be the hero of your own home building story?